Yeah, man, welcome to it. This is Fresh Point Brand, and this is the first presentation of Urban Creators. Today, I am with two beautiful ladies. I am with my host,
Tandy Makula
and
Chelsea Chingono.
And Urban Creatives is all about artists in the industry who are upcoming, be it music, radio, TV, modeling. The artists who are being showcased in this Urban Creatives project are all very passionate about what they do. They love what they do. They work hard. Urban Creatives, first snippet. And this project is all about artists who are coming up, be it in music, acting, film, TV to radio. And then today, I have with me
Tandy Makula. How did you end up doing what you're doing?
I rebelled. That's how I ended up doing what I do. I think like most people don't realize that their parents always expect them to become a certain person when they grow up. So with my mom, it was always that case where she wanted me to become an accountant or some office job or maybe like a doctor, and that wasn't like my thing. And by the time I got to like matric, I found out about my varsity, and that's when I decided like I was going to do acting. So I went against my mom's wishes, and she wasn't really like supportive to start with, but eventually she just had to accept it because that was like probably the only varsity that actually accepted me, so she had no choice. So yeah, doing what I do, I just went against my mom's words. She had her own path for me. I went my own way, and yeah, I followed my dreams, not her dreams. I did not want to do accounting. Accounting sucks. So yeah.
What drives you?
I would say what drives me is passion and determination. I've set a lot of goals for my life. I want to have achieved certain stuff by the time I reach a certain age. So that drives me, having goals, because it makes me want to work harder in order to achieve it faster. And every time I achieve something, I'll always want there to be like something else. So I'd say it's like having the passion for it. Like you can't go do something if you don't have a passion for it, because then it's not going to work out. You'll probably just do it and to work out, but you won't love and enjoy it. So what I do is what drives me. It's what makes me want to keep doing what I do.
Who inspires you?
My inspiration comes from a lot of people. There's a lot of people who inspire me. There's like lots of people who inspire me in terms of like people who inspire me from music to acting, dance, and things like that. Like I'm inspired by people like Beyonce because she works hard. Like you see that she works hard. She makes sure that she's involved in everything she does, from her performances to her recordings to her shootings to her like just everything, you know. And the fact that she does more than just one thing is more inspiring, because I don't want to just be seen as an actor. I want to do much more than just acting. I want to do fashion, I want to do music. And she's inspiring in the sense of like she doesn't limit herself. She doesn't like stop from trying or being adventurous with stuff. If she has an idea, she works on the idea, she makes it happen. And if it fails, then she knows like at least she tried. She didn't just not do it because she thought it was going to fail. She worked on it and made it happen. Other people who inspire me would be Sandra Bullock. As an actor, she's very diverse. She does more than just comedy and drama. She can do anything and pull it off. Although I've never seen her do action, but she can do a comedy movie and make you laugh. And when she does like a dramatic movie, she will really get you all emotional and stuff like that. So yeah, I have a lot of people who inspire me. I've wanted to be a dancer before, and I was inspired by one of my friends, Bashir, and he was actually like a backup dancer for Toya Delezi. So he inspires me because even like during school times in classes, you'd see him dancing. He was constantly doing what he loved. After school, he'd be dancing. During weekends, you'd find out he's dancing. Now that he has a studio and everything, it's like you can see that he worked hard to get where he is. He's constantly on the road. He's won like being the best solo, even in Germany, like the best solo dancer worldwide. So that's like very inspiring. Like I think you should always have more than just one person to inspire you, because then you have a lot of people to look up to. So, yeah.
Where would you like to be in 3 years' time from now? Where?
I usually see myself successful in 3 years' time. I should have reached most of the goals that I've set out for my life. I wanna have done something. I wanna have made a name for myself. I wanna have built a good reputation. I don't want like drama in my life and shit like that. Can I say shit? Like, I don't want those kind of stuff in my life. I wanna be focused. I don't want like unnecessary things like taking my mind off my work or whatever it is. I wanna have done at least like 5 projects in my life, whether it's like movies or being on some series, or I don't know, if one day I become an artist, I wanna at least have sang a song or something. If it's dancing, I wanna at least have choreographed something for someone. But in 3 years, I want to see myself at that beginning of my success, because, I want to know that I've done something with my life in 3 years. Yeah.
How do you see urban creatives from South Africa on the world stage?
I think the problem with people today, like society in South Africa itself, is like we don't really believe in the urban creatives of South Africa, in the sense of like we don't try so hard to push our artists to be out there in the world as we welcome artists from like America. You find most people know lyrics to Lil Wayne's track way better than they know tracks that Kuli Chana did. But Kuli Chana's here, he's at home. Like, we're not welcoming to people at home as we should be. So I think on the world stage we're still getting there. Look at Lyra, she's already like performing like the presidential what thing, and it's like cool, it inspires us here to know that there's hope. We're gonna get there in time to come. So yeah, but I do think like in time to come we are gonna be on the same level as Lil Wayne. We're not just gonna be doing tours here in South Africa or in Southern Africa. We're gonna be doing tours out of Africa. We're gonna be doing tours in America. We're gonna have them calling us to come there instead of us constantly like calling them to come here and perform at the Coca-Cola Dome, Yeah, so I think in good time the urban creators of South Africa will be on the world stage. Just need to push.
Where is the youth of South Africa going?
The youth of South Africa is going somewhere. Where we don't know, but we're going somewhere. We all trying to get to one place. Whether like we're all trying to be actresses, models, actors, DJs, musicians. We're trying to be something in the creative world. So I think we're all going in one direction, but we're not moving together. And as long as we're not moving together, we're just going somewhere and we don't know where. So I think we just need to know how to support each other, how to, work with each other, help each other get to where we need to be in order to get to where we're going. So we're going somewhere, man. Gosh.
Looking back at the struggle and what it did to our nation, do you think we are disadvantaged in a way, or do we think we are being spoon-fed?
The struggle is over, so as a nation I think that's a good thing for us. I think the only problem is that people only want to think about it when they're in bad, and then whenever they're in good they don't want to think of what we went through. So I think the problem is when people are going through good times and they're having fun and whatever, everything is great. But once something bad happens, they want to look back as to we've been through the struggle, we've been through bad, and so they're making that as an excuse as to why they're in bad. Personally, I think as an individual, you get yourself to wherever you get yourself. You can't blame it on your country, or you can't blame it on others just because you screwed up. If you fucked up, you fucked up. Deal with it, There's not people who are always going to get you to places. You're always going to have to work hard for yourself. Some people are lucky because they're born into it. Some people have to work hard to get to where they want to be. So it's not a disadvantage in any way, and it's not being spoon-fed. It's just working hard and being determined. So yeah, I just think people need to forget about the struggle. We're in a good place. South Africa has evolved. We are very dependent as a country, and I think the fact that I think a lot of countries look up to our nation as we've been through bad and now we're in a really good case. I'm like, we're African BEE, so we can't be like this bad in this country. There's a lot of good. We just want to use the bad as an excuse whenever things are going wrong.
Based on what you do, what can you do to inspire others around you?
Yeah, you have to be someone in order to inspire someone. Like, you give reason in order for someone to feel inspired. You, as a person, I think you have to do what you want to do. You have to look to the person who inspires you and see what they do. They work hard, they keep that passion, they keep determined. So as a person, you have to work hard as well. You have to keep determined, you have to keep your passion. And then that way, you inspire someone else. You can't just not do anything and then expect people to be inspired, because you're not giving them anything to feel inspired by. You're not giving them that thing where it's like, oh shit, see what Chelsea did, I want to do that. So you have to always put in work. Don't ever relax, in the sense of like, don't ever feel like when you're not doing your work you can like take 5 seconds just to relax, because in that moment, that's when people see you and they're trying to find the bad in that. And that's how you end up not being as inspiring. So constantly find a way to inspire yourself in order to inspire someone else. Because if you're not being inspirational to yourself, how do you expect people to feel inspired?
So, do you really think that you are a role model, to young people around you, friends and followers, and anybody that likes you? Like, what makes you think that you are a role model to them?
If I was a role model, I'd like for people to see me in a way as like they should see what I do. They should learn not learn, but they should like feel that sense of following in the footsteps of what I do. In a sense of like, they should always have that determination. They should always want to work hard. They should always have that drive to say like, if they do something and they fail at it, they should just always stand up, dust it off, and try again. But when they try it again, they should try it in a different way, so that at least that way they're not going to fail the same way the second time. And as a role model, I want to be looked at as like, it doesn't necessarily always have to be a good word. It should always like, even if there's bad that people are always going to like say about me, it should be that thing of like, they should notice I'm not perfect. I'm not the most perfect person to be a role model, in the sense of like, I do bad sometimes. Sometimes I do things without noticing, and only later on I'm like, oh wait, what did I just do? So it's that thing of like, I don't want to be that perfect role model where people are like, oh, she's never done a mistake in her life, she's never done anything bad. Obviously people do bad stuff, it's just not every person that puts it all out there. So yeah, I want to be a normal role model, someone who does good and bad, but they must just focus on the good, just the good, just the good.
I'm ready to roll like swishers on a spa puppy.